30 sports teams, been a member of music groups that rank in the top standings in competitions, and provide over 25 charitable opportunities where you give back to your community. Tomorrow, several service organizations will spend the morning running a field day at Winton Hills Academy, a disadvantaged elementary school in Cincinnati Public School District. It is this type of servant leadership that will set you apart and will give back to our world. I always like to reflect in the opening of our awards ceremony on Sycamore High School graduation. This is because it's such an amazing event that is a culminating night to many years of growing Sycamore aviators academically, socially, and emotionally. At Monday night's graduation, Mr. Mader, Sycamore High School's principal, and Mr. Forstoffel, our superintendent, spoke about the character traits of servant leadership, resiliency, and perseverance. These are all traits I see in you, and I am proud to watch you all grow into great citizens. Tomorrow we will send you off for the summer. For our 8th graders, we will send you off for high school life. To all, I wish you continued success, and I encourage you to show up for your life every day, no matter what, as the best version of yourself. I am honored to be or have been a part of your junior high career. Before we move into the awards ceremony, I would like to leave those of you who are moving to the high school with some basic advice from a poem called Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. Share everything, play fair, don't hit people, put things back where you found them, clean up your own mess, don't take things that aren't yours, say you're sorry when you hurt somebody, wash your hands before you eat, flush, warm cookies and cold milk are good for you, live a balanced life, learn some and draw some and paint some, and sing and dance and play and work every day some. Take a nap every afternoon. Be aware of wonder. Remember the little seed in the styrofoam cup. The roots go down and the plant goes up. And nobody really knows how or why, but we are all like that. When you go out into the world, watch out for traffic, hold hands, and stick together. As you leave tomorrow, thank your teachers, educational assistants, custodians, cafeteria staff, and administrators. They are proud of you, and the most important thing to them is you, your growth, and your continued success. I am also very proud of you, and you should be proud of you too. At this time, we are going to move into our awards ceremony. Please keep in mind the tenets of being a good audience. Be quiet, listen, clap only when appropriate, and be respectful in this formal event. Please listen carefully as each teacher will provide direction on how award recipients will be recognized. Some groups of students will be recognized by standing. Others will be asked to come to the stage to receive their awards. We will begin with Language Arts Awards. Mrs. Eli.
Hello. I have 2 groups that I'm going to be recognizing today. First, starting with Power the Pen. So we had an awesome year with Power the Pen. We had 12 writers compete at the district tournament, and if those students could please stand when I call their name. In 7th grade, Meredith Brinkman, Catherine Woe, Eliza Newton, Sophia Lipker, Grace Koo, and Dia Prakash competed against 108 writers, with Catherine receiving 1st place. In 8th grade, we had Susie Kim, Aditi Lele, Alex Ma, Rishi Verma, Grace Zhang, and Atara Zamora, who competed against 121 8th graders, with Rishi receiving 12th place, Susie 5th, and Aditi 4th, and as a team, these 8th graders earned first place out of 22 schools. So congratulations. The top 30% of writers then moved on to the regional tournament. 10 of our writers qualified. Catherine, Eliza, Grace, and Dia qualified in 7th grade, along with all 6 of our 8th grade team. The 8th grade team again came in first place out of 41 teams. Aditi finished in 18th place and Rishi took home 7th. And combined, the two teams also earned 3rd place out of 41 in the sweepstakes contest. And finally, Eliza, Aditi, Atara, Rishi, and Grace have all qualified for state, representing the top 18% of writers in all of Ohio. And they will be competing tomorrow at the College of Worcester at the state tournament. So congratulations to all of our incredibly talented writers. All right, so the second group that I'm going to be recognizing here, back in February, 54 students participated in the Northwestern University Midwest Academic Talent Search, or NUMATS. These students spent the morning taking the ACT, a test taken by high school students hoping to gain entrance to college. Taking this difficult test as junior high students is an amazing accomplishment on its own. I wanted to take a moment to recognize the outstanding performances of several students who scored in the 90th percentile or above on at least one section of the test, meaning they scored higher than 90% of the people who took the test overall. Okay, so please stand when I call your name. Rayan Becker, Madison Bonai, Alex Deal, Ethan Heist, Arun Kamath, Annalise Kim, Hunter Kurtz, Aditi Lele, Casey Lowe, Alicia Lowe, Alex Ma, Shubhra Mishra, Nora Pak, Reese Pandelidis, Adam Rohr, Maya Setharaman, Arushi Sharma, Liam Skinner, Luke Stadelman, Krishna Suresh, Andrew Tenbarge, Rishi Verma, and Andy Yang. Congratulations. And then, additionally, Alex Ma scored a perfect 36 on the reading test. Nora Pack and Andy Yang scored a perfect 36 on the math test. And finally, Rishi scored a perfect 36 composite score, meaning he got virtually a perfect score on all 4 tests: math, reading, English, and and finally, since we're talking about Rishi, I wanted to congratulate him for winning a gold key, which is the highest honor in the Scholastic Art and Writing Awards for his poem, Nature's Vicissitudes. You guys can look up that word later. Out of more than 10,000 entries, Rishi was among the youngest students to win this prestigious award. You guys are all amazing. Congratulations. Well done. Thank you.
Very briefly, I'd like to recognize the students who placed on the National Latin Exam. Just so you know, over 135,000 students, not just in the United States, but in Taiwan, Canada, England, New Zealand, Australia, Hong Kong, Netherlands, China, Italy, Germany, Singapore, Belize, France, Spain, Zimbabwe, and the United Arab Emirates took this test. And we had 7 students who received recognition for their work. When I say your name, please stand and we'll give you a round of applause at the end. First of all, Matthew Rhines. Second, Alicia Lau. Third, Nicholas Nagarajan. Vivian Kahn. Claire Atkinson. Nicole Lynn. And last but not least, Alex Mott, who had a perfect score with only 813 people last night. Good job, guys.
At this time, we would like to recognize the Principal's Advisory Committee, or PAC, and we're going to recognize you by having PAC members just stand in the audience. So if you can stand if you're a member of the Principal's Advisory Committee. The Principal's Advisory Committee is a service organization here built from Sycamore's finest students. We have a variety of different leadership opportunities that happen throughout the year. We begin with a leadership retreat in the fall. This group also acts as a sounding board for issues that happen in the school to provide the administrative team and other various teacher committees with student input and kind of a perspective of the students as we face issues and resolve them in the school. This year, PAC provided a fantastic evening for a community group in Blue Ash and Montgomery, and they put a group of about 40 community members in the lives of their own shoes as junior high students, so it was a wonderful night. And then in addition to that, they will also be serving Winton Hills Academy tomorrow with a field day. So if we can give this great group of and now it's time for the Music Department Awards.
If I call your name, would you please join me on the stage to receive your award? Reese Handelitis, Sophia Lipker, Madison Bonai, Samantha Youngquist, Susie Kim, Nishi Verma, Megan Radakovich, and Zoe Lewis. Recognizing outstanding musicians in the band program. Winning the outstanding 7th grade woodwind award is Ms. Sophia Lipker. Winning the outstanding 8th grade woodwind award is Ms. Susie Kim. Winning the outstanding 7th grade brass musician award is Mr. Reese Handelitis. The outstanding 8th grade brass musician is Samantha Youngquist. The outstanding 7th grade percussionist is Madison Bonai. The outstanding 8th grade percussionist is Mr. Rishi Verma. All of these students went above and beyond the call of duty, participating in extra activities, private lessons, being great leaders in the classroom. These final two awards are the 7th and 8th grade Directors Awards. So these are students who really led by example in the classroom. The 7th grade Directors Award goes to Megan Radakovich. And our 8th grade Directors Award goes to Zoe Lewis.
Will the following orchestra students please come forward? Catherine Guo, Kevin Dong, Caleb McKay, Andy Yang, Kevin Kim, and Ben Freiberg. As they're coming forward, our first award is the Outstanding Upper String Player in the 7th grade orchestra. This person was a section leader all year long, a great role model, was rated superior at solo ensemble, in both as a soloist and in an ensemble. And this year's award goes to Catherine Guo. Our outstanding lower string player, which would be a violist, cellist, or bassist, was also a section leader all year long, also was rated superior at solo and ensemble contests. This goes to Kevin Dong. Most Improved Award is always difficult, but this student started playing later than most of the students, and has done a great job of not only catching up, but became second violin section leader. And this goes, our Most Improved 7th grade orchestra member goes to Caleb McKay. Our next award is our Outstanding Upper String Player for the 8th grade orchestra. This student has been concert master for the past 2 years. He's also recently been awarded an award of distinction in the international competition Young Virtuosos of 2017 that was held in Bulgaria. He's won numerous state competitions, local competitions, just one of the finest violinists to ever come through this school. And it's my pleasure to give this to Andy Yang. Don't see my next student up here, but I will read this if you're out there. This is for our outstanding lower string player, who was first chair in the District Honors Orchestra, also has been section leader for the past 2 years, and this goes to violist Kevin Kim. Our last award is the Most Improved 8th grade member. When you have a section of 1 in the bass section, you get a lot of grief because any mistake that's made, you can't hide. So he has grown a lot through of necessity and just from working hard and just seeing a tremendous amount of growth. This goes to bassist Ben Freiberg. I would just like to thank the orchestras this year for an outstanding year, one of the finest orchestras that we've had in my 28 years here. I will truly miss you. It was unfortunate that we did not get to go to the District 14 large group competition, as it was canceled for the first time ever. And I might be biased, but I would have given you a superior rating based on your performance at our spring concert. So congratulations to you, and I miss you all. Thank you.
All right, we are pleased to be able to present this year's Choir Member Awards.
As many of you know, Our classes are very large. They range from 50 to about 110 students each class period. For these students to be recognized is really a wonderful accomplishment.
This year's outstanding choir recipients have demonstrated excellence in the following areas: vocal leadership, superior musicianship, a cooperative classroom spirit, and being able to stand among the top in their class.
As we recognize the following students, please hold your applause until all of the names are read and they come to the stage. 7th grade treble tones, Belle Scholas.
Please hold your applause. Concert choir, 7th grade, Asia Gabor and John Muehlman.
8th grade treble tones, Bryn Gavos-Donovich.
Concert choir, 8th grade, Kyle Goodpaster and Isabel Henry.
Chorale, Jake Jervis and Kyla Powers.
Sycamore Singing Company, Katie Cummins and Jack Wolf.
Boy choir, Eric Gonzalez and Adam Kling.
You can come up now. Congratulations to these fine young musicians. We're proud to have been your teachers. Thank you.
This time I'll be stepping in for Mr. Stover today. He really wishes he could be here. He's our music department supervisor, district head. I'll be presenting the Christy Stauffer Memorial Award. The Christy Stauffer Memorial Award is presented to the 8th grade band member who best represents the following qualities of friendliness, cooperation, helpfulness, kindness, and generosity. These are all qualities that the award's namesake displayed during her time as a band member of the Sycamore Junior High Band. This year's representative is a shining example of these qualities, and it's with great pleasure that I present this year's Christy Stauffer Memorial Award to Kennedy Graves.
Good morning. This year, student council members did a fabulous job contributing to their community and to their school. Mr. Stern and I are extremely proud of the work that they put in this year. Some of the things that they did were organize the canned food drive, coordinated the color run, the very first color run with the high school student council for PTSD, adopted a wish tree that ensured that the needs of unfortunate kids would be met this holiday season, or less fortunate, sorry. Assembled a jukebox, which the kids were able to hear on Fridays in the cafeteria. Created the 8th grade day, or 8th grade video, which you 8th graders will see this afternoon. They fed the hungry. They recognized teachers for their the wonderful work that they do throughout the year through a Teacher's Appreciation Gift. They maintained the perpetual plaque, recognizing the teachers' years of service, and that's just to name a few. So great work this year, school council members.
So each year we're given the task of deciding who's the best, who stood above everyone else, who was the best leader. And as advisors, having only one member of the year as the best is not really what we strive for. A truly successful group doesn't have standouts. Successful groups are truly collaborative, and each member fulfills his or her role to meet the needs of the group. We were fortunate this year that no one stood out, as truly all stood out. So for this year's recipient for Student Council Member of the Year, we have chosen the class of 2021. Would the following members please stand up? They've already received their plaques in advance. Arian Vidia, Alex Ma, Ryan Smith, Olivia Webster, Scott Brown, Zoe Brown, Cynthia Kadazzi, Rohan Palani Kumar, Sandy Chan, Alicia Wool, Nicole Lim, and Brendan Lewis. Congratulations.
Morning, future freshmen and 8th graders. Today I'd like to recognize those students who have participated in Math Club this year. Please hold your applause until after I've recognized all students in each category. Math Club is an extracurricular activity that meets after school to do challenging math problems and to participate in both local and national competitions. This was a very successful year for the Math Club, and I'm proud to recognize many of the students and the mathletes and their achievements. Before I recognize specific students for their accomplishments, will all students who participated in Math Club this year please stand to be recognized. Okay, so students first participated in the Continental Mathematics League, or CML, a nationwide competition. When I call your name, please stand. Our top scoring 7th graders in the CML this year were Madison Bonai, Casey Lowe, Kevin Dong, Vivian Chin, Divya Kasipis-Wanathan, Jeremy Gilhart. Our top scoring 8th graders in the CML were Rishi Verma, Andy Yang, Nicole Lim, Alicia Luo, Jacob Isaacson, and Davey Sheep. Another national competition that we competed in was the Math Olympiad. Will the following top 5 students stand to be recognized when I call your name? Rishi Verma, Jacob Isaacson, Nicole Lim, Matthew Rhines, and Davey Sheep. A statewide contest we competed in was the Ohio Mathematics League, and Sycamore Junior High, as a team, came in first place in Southeast Ohio. Nicole Lim and Rishi Verma had perfect scores on this contest. Our school also competed in the American Mathematics Competition, also known as the AMC 8, and then on to the AMC 10 if they qualify. Please stand when I call your name. Our top scores in the AMC 8 were as follows. 3rd place, Kevin Dong. 2nd place, Nora Pack. And 1st place, Rishi Verma. Several of our students qualified to go on to AMC 10 and compete. Out of our top performers for that, Nicole Lim and Andy Yang scored in the top 25% nationally. And Rishi Verma scored amongst the top 1% nationally. This score by Rishi qualified him to take the USA Junior Mathematics Olympiad contest, or test, which is a highly prestigious high school level math test. It's a 2-day, 9-hour test, 3 questions each day for 4.5 hours a day, and he has to prove 6 six proofs. Out of 222 students who qualified to take this test nationwide, only 27 students scored higher than Rishi on this. Congratulations, Rishi. And the biggest event that we participate in each year is Math Counts, which many of you have probably heard of. There's a local Cincinnati competition where over 40 schools and hundreds of students compete. I want to recognize the students who worked hard to qualify for our 10-member team that participated in this competition. Please stand when I call your name. Rishi Verma, Andrew Yang, Kevin Dong, Nora Pack, Nicole Lim, Casey Lowe, Alicia Liu, Matthew Rhines, Noah Dinerman, and Jake Isaacson. All 10 of these students performed well enough at the Cincinnati competition to qualify for the state competition. Our 4-student team, which was made up of Rishi, Nora, Kevin, and Andy, came in second place at the Cincinnati competition, but they qualified for state, and at state they redeemed themselves and they came in first place in Ohio. Rishi placed first as an individual in all of Ohio, which earned him a trip to compete in the National Math Counts competition in Orlando, Florida, just over a week ago, which I had the pleasure of traveling with him to that competition, and it was an amazing event. He placed 29th nationally and out of about 224 competitors. Let's give all these students another big round of applause. Congratulations to the entire Sycamore Math Club for a great year. Thank you so much. And now I'd like to introduce Mr. Harris, who will be giving out the Social Studies Awards.
Good morning, everybody. All right, I'd like the following students to stand up as I call your name, and again, please hold your applause to the very end. Corinne Baker, Katrina Schneider, Santiago Rodriguez, Sebastian Rodriguez, Joshua Willis, Eli Miller, Vivian Kwan, Jack Brownlee, Max Ryerson, Madison Bonai, and Jake Hertzman. Seventh graders from Sycamore Junior High participated in the 2017 edition of the National Geography Challenge. The National Geography Challenge is a contest in which 7th grade students from around the country compete in order to test their knowledge of physical, social, and economics in the area of geography as well as general geographic knowledge. Sycamore scored a 427 out of a possible 500. So I'd like to congratulate those students. Thank you very much for that. All right, with the following 8th grade students, please stand up. Nikita Kaikin, Nicole Lim, Grant Carter, Rishi Verma, Leah Skinner, Arun Kamar, Reagan Becker, Samantha Russell, Andrew Yang, Adam Moore, and David Shee. These 8th grade students participated in the National Social Studies Challenge. The National Social Studies Challenge is a national contest that students from around the United States compete in to test their knowledge of social studies. Students answer questions in the area of geography, government, American, and world history. Sycamore scored a 434 out of a possible 500 in this contest. Thank you very much for those students. All right, if Ryan Smith is here, I'd like her to stand, please. I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize 8th grade student Ryan Smith for her participation in the 2017 History Beat. This contest is sponsored by the History Channel to test general social studies knowledge in the areas of history, government, and geography. Ryan participated in an online test and her score qualified her for the regional competition. So I'd like to recognize her, Ryan Smith. Give her a round of applause. again, could Nikita Kaikin please come up on stage? All right. The Geographic Bee is a national contest sponsored by the National Geographic Society to test junior high students from across the nation in the area of geographic knowledge. The competition includes information on physical, social, and social geography, as well as information on social interaction and economics in the area of geography. The top scorer in the school has the opportunity to compete at the state competition in Columbus. At the state level of the contest, the top 100 scorers from across the state go head-to-head to determine our state representative to the national contest in Washington, D.C. Sycamore's representative to this year's state competition was Nikita Kaikin. To honor Nikita's achievement, we would like to present him with this medal and this plaque to recognize his efforts representing our school in the state geography meet. Those other students I announced in the social studies contest, if you'll see me later today or tomorrow, and I will give you your certificate. All right? Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce Mr. Kinzinger with our industrial arts awards.
The recipient of the Golden Hammer Industrial Technology Award is a student that's creative, thoughtful, self-directed, and all-around dedicated woodworker. The use of critical thinking skills to develop and plan and complete all of his projects. He offered suggestions to the class when designing his own wood project. He completed an outstanding CO2 race car. He took great care and concentration in finishing his boomerang. He went the extra steps in completing multiple projects. All of his works demonstrated the love of woodworking. The Golden Hammer Award goes to Outstanding Industrial Technology student, Scott Brown. Second award for our automation and robotics class, the Top Gear Award. The Top Gear Award goes to Blake Ryan. Blake was part of the automation and robotics class. He was a great creator of building projects in the class. He was outstanding in the mechanical engineering, building a Harambe toy named after the great gorilla. He was also quite good at programming the robot. He was a key planner in the creation station that we will be seeing next year. Congratulations to Top Gear recipient Blake. It gives me pleasure to introduce Mrs. Stein for the theater.
Rock Live Junior. Check please. Unplugged High School Musical Junior. If you were involved in at least one of these productions, then you may be an 8th grader. If you were involved in at least one of these productions, then you may know the amount of dedication and hard work that goes into putting on a play or a musical. If you were involved in at least one of these productions, then maybe you sang on this stage, acted on this stage, pulled a curtain, turned on a microphone, painted a set piece, moved a set piece, put on someone's makeup, wore a costume, stayed after school, came in on a Saturday, heard thunderous applause. Maybe you gained confidence or made a lifelong friend. And I know you made lifelong memories. Whether it is a play or a musical, Sycamore Junior High has a tradition of excellence. I am proud to be your theater director. This morning I would like to recognize 4 8th grade students who have excelled in theater at the junior high. These 4 students have exemplified dedication to theater, a willingness to learn, and a strong work ethic. With the following 4 students, please come to the stage. Thomas Brinkman, Sid, and Morgan Evans, and Marlena Vandenberg.
I have the pleasure right now to recognize two young ladies who have been awarded the Go Green Award. Sycamore Schools prides itself on our initiatives of saving energy, conserving resources, and the like. And there have been quite a few ladies that actually helped out during lunchtime during the year in the compost tables. Well, two ladies went above and beyond and pretty much did this every single day. So we would like to recognize them. Mr. Walker is not here, but he is the one who really selected the two young ladies, and he has two gift cards and such for them as well, so come see me sometime today, and we'll get them to you. So please stand up, Savannah Clark and Tatiana Wallace. I would now like to recognize Miss Indriola is going to come up and give an award. Thank you.
Could Sarah McMullen please come on stage? The Dedicated Friend Award is a very special award that goes to a very special student that goes above and beyond to be accepting and helpful to all students in the school. This year, we were fortunate enough to have a handful of amazing students who have really stood out among the countless caring young adults sitting among us today. We are extremely lucky to have Maya Berry, Haley Solomon, Lucille Clark, Lily Armbruster, Katie Dipple, Nick Steiner, Andrew Cathy, Jacob Tamaya, and Peter Hausfeld as amazing friends, as well as many others, throughout the year. It's a tough decision every year to pick just one outstanding and dedicated friend, but for the past 2 years, Sarah McMullen has been actively involved in being a great friend here at the junior high. To all students of abilities and backgrounds and have made an incredible impact on others. Sarah is an amazingly unique 8th grader. There are few words that are able to describe the magnitude and caliber of what an incredible young lady she is. Not only is she a fabulous student, demonstrated by her hard work and active participation in many activities and sports at the junior high, but she is also an amazing friend and role model to her peers. This has been apparent by her active involvement in Partners Club and Aviator Buddies, attending almost every meeting or coming down several times a week during her aviator bout. She sought out these groups and got its members involved in the school in many capacities, such as even starting a group to perform at the talent show last year. The junior high and these groups were extremely lucky to have her participation. Sarah initiates helping both other students and her teachers without being asked, and is always thinking of how to get everyone involved. Most of all, Sarah has been a selfless, caring, and genuine friend. She never makes others feel like they're less than her, and she strives to build others up and gain confidence in themselves so that they truly believe they can do things that seem impossible. Every day, Sarah displays great character and friendship through her kindness, compassion, leadership, dedication, and outgoing acceptance towards others. She has helped and touched the lives of more people than she probably realizes just by being a great and genuine friend, which is an attribute that very few students in junior high possess. So thanks for being such a wonderful young lady. You're welcome. Next up is Mrs. Adams and Mrs. Hubbard.
Good morning, Sycamore Junior High family and friends. A woman of character and virtue is not easily found. She is rare, valuable, and exquisite. She is rare because we live in a self-praised culture. Valuable because she is obedient. Exquisite because she exhibits selflessness. She refuses to demean herself to a standard of mediocrity. Because of her appealing attributes, she is indeed a gift from God. In 1982, Sycamore Junior High was blessed with a reading teacher who truly was a virtuous woman. Her name was Mike Drupp, and she was the epitome of what a true woman of character should portray. She strove for excellence in and out of the classroom. Duplicity was far from her thinking, and she served here at the junior high with authenticity and industry. Her energies were channeled into the welfare of her students, which afforded them tremendous stability and wisdom. Mrs. Drupp led them to do what was proper, regardless of the difficulties it may have required her. Character was more important than compromise to her. Therefore, she continued to model that virtue for the students and staff here at Sycamore Junior High. She was a rock of hope and consistency because God's word had become that for her. Mike Drupp taught at Sycamore Junior High only 5 short years because of her diagnosis with cancer. She fought a tough but courageous fight and went to her eternal home in 1987. There are numerous objects around the junior high that bring Mrs. Drupp's memory to life. You will find a dogwood tree in the courtyard, a bench and the new wing in the media center, and this creative writing award also contributes to her memory. Every year, a poetry contest is held to allow the students the opportunity to capture Mrs. Drupp's captivating spirit. The entries are submitted in the spring, and a committee of 10 members work together to select a winner. The judges this year include the following: Mrs. Adams, Mrs. Ramadka, Ms. Hubbard, Mrs. Knazowitz, Mrs. Laudeman, Mrs. Reedy, Mrs. Stein, Mrs. Doubleline, Mrs. Swinson, and Mrs. Storm. This year's finalists are the following students. If you will please stand when your name is called: Ellen McPherson and her poem, Smile; Marissa Torp and her poem, Reality; and Ronnie Washington and his poem, The Things I Do for You. This year's Mike Drupp Creative Writing Award goes to 7th grade student Ellen McPherson for her poem entitled Smile. Ellen, please come forward and accept your award. Thanks to all the students who entered the contest. Now here is Mrs. Laudeman, Mr. Brenner, and Ms. Rouse to present the Straight A Award.
These students have shown tremendous effort and dedication to their education. Each of these students' hard work has earned them straight A's for not just one quarter, but the entire school year. Students who have earned a straight A's for 1 year, just so you are aware, you will receive your certificates during 4th bell tomorrow. We'll still be asking you to stand at your seat and be recognized until we call your names. And please remain standing until all the names of your grade have been called. We're first going to announce the 7th grade students, and then we will announce the 8th grade students who received straight A's for 1 year. And then the final group that we'll announce will be the 2-year straight A awards, and those students will be asked to come up to the stage and receive a plaque for the 2-year award. So again, please hold your applause until the end, and we ask that you stand right at your seat when we call your name. So starting with 7th grade, Lily Armbruster, Claire Atkinson, Corinne Baker, Maddie Black, and please stand when I'm calling your name if you are in here. Meredith Brinkman, Pierce Bruner, Bishop Carl, Sophie Carter, Zach Christ, Avery Clapp, Kristen Close, Rebecca Cohen, Carissa Collins, Grant Derbyshire, Alex Deal, Kelly Donovan, Andrew Dwyer, Ryan Barrett, Brady Foy, Jack Fridley, Garrett Friedrich, Catherine Gow,
Julia Haid, Peyton Harmon, Ty Harris, Jake Hertzman, Peyton Hines, Juliet Granziak, Sheeta Jathar, Anna Maria Jovanovitz, Divyashree Kasivisvathnathan, Annalise Kim, Sarah Kolnicki, Joshua Kotzen, Joseph Landsberg, Sophie Leon, Marissa Lewis, Casey Lowe, Sarah Lynn, Kayla McKay, Chad Miller, Hannah Miller, Nicholas Miller, Jordan Mitchell, Juliette Mott, Catherine Mott, Albert Muehlman, Ty Neal, Eliza Newton,
Talia Olive, Reese Pandelides, Lainey Bishotti, Dia Prakash, Megan Radakovich, Alex Ralston, Amanda Renner, Max Renner, Belle Scholes, Maya Satharaman, Olivia Shields, Matthew Silverstein, Natasha Singh, Shivam Singh, Caitlin Skufka, Aiden Sparadakis, Katrina Terrace, Teddy Tessel, Julia Traineri, Tamara Daltov, Ben Vogt, Charlotte Weiss, Josh Willis, Lucy Winkfield, Alexandra Z, Connie Yang, Ella Yu, and Jade Zarko. These are our 7th grade winners. Go ahead and give them a round of applause.
And now for our 8th grade straight A's for the year. Raneem Alshamari, Sarah Barnhorst, Addie Bagava, Sandy Chan, Daniel Chudnow, Katie Cummins, Noah Dinerman, Katie Eigel, Morgan Evans, Ali Fair, Elizabeth Foreman, Gabriella Gouliance,
Kyle Heaton, Martin Kahn, Arun Kamath, Ian Kim, Nathan Casella, Kylie Koskowski, Meredith Leslie,
Zoe Lewis, Nicole Lynn, William McLeod, Pranathi Madala, Manit Mehta, Davis Millar, Anam Mishra, Shubhra Mishra, Sophia Muleman, Govind Adarkar, Maria Northrup.
Ginevra Pascale, Aditya Pauletti, Gabby Pareda, Matthew Rhines, Aiden Schmeling, Wehan Shi, Jonah Snyder, Madeline Suh, Jeffrey Sung, Sebi Tutinju, Olivia Wittenbaum, and Grace Zhang. These are our 8th grade winners. Go ahead and give them a round of applause.
Okay, now for the big one. These are the students that have earned straight A's both years while at junior high. When I call your name, I ask that you go ahead and come up to the stage because we do have a plaque that you'll be awarded, and you can remain on stage until all students are called. Starting with Reagan Becker, Nick Brueggemann, Caitlin Chen, Yasmin Duffield, and Lauren Guys.
We have a few more. If you could hold your applause until Mrs. Laudeman is done reading her names, that would be great. Kyle Hepler, Jacob Isaacson, Niyati Kanchan, Susie Kim, Aditi Lili, Alicia Liu, Alex Ma, Allison McElroy, Eliza Millar,
Nora Pack, Adam Rohrer, Anna Schulte, Victoria Schwegman, Haley Solomon, Maria Vandenberg, Rishi Verma, and Andrew Yang. Go ahead and give these guys a round of applause.
One of the most prestigious awards, the Archie Griffith Award. Before I announce our winners, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Archie Griffith. He is a native of Ohio who played football for The Ohio State University. He is the only two-time Heisman Trophy winner. In 1976, he was the first-round draft pick of the Cincinnati Bengals and played 7 years, including a 1981 Super Bowl appearance. More importantly, he was a professional athlete who always displayed good sportsmanship. His college coach, Woody Hayes, once said, "He's a better young man than he is a football player, and he's the best football player I've ever seen." This award is about the person more than the player. About a month ago, I asked our coaches to vote for a male and female athlete who have all the traits that Archie Griffith possessed. The student who does the right thing on and off the playing field. Many students will do what they're supposed to do when a teacher or coach is watching. The Archie Griffith Award is for students who do the right thing when nobody is looking. I am very proud of our award winners this morning and enjoyed watching them compete over the past year. When I call your name, please come to the stage and I'll say a few words about each of you. It is my honor to present the 2017 Archie Griffith Sportsmanship and Integrity Awards to Andrew Fair and Lauren Goss. Okay. First of all, I want to talk about Andrew, and I want to start off with what Coach Teets said about him. And Coach Teets is his basketball coach this winter. He described him as a mature athlete who not only is an effective scorer in basketball, but he was also unselfish and looked to get his teammates involved. Coach went on to say that Andrew brought a sense of discipline and passion to the gym each day, whether it was practice or in a game. His teammates looked to him to lead, and he did a great job doing that. During the football season this year, Andrew was given a Nick Cordini Award, which is the highest award any player can receive in our football program. Today he gets the glory of being honored for his sportsmanship and integrity as the Archie Griffin Award winner for the 2016-2017 school year. Congratulations, Andrew. Lauren Gauze is a wonderful young lady who is respected by her peers. During the nomination process, words came up to describe Lauren were leader, determined, and integrity. Her basketball coach, Coach Hayden, said about Lauren. She was a committed teammate. Lauren was always as intense in practice as she was during games. There was no difference. Lauren has a toughness about her that you cannot teach. She always thanked the staff after practice, and the coach wanted to add that they are very, very proud of you. Lauren's track coach, Coach Shomo, said Lauren is a talented and versatile athlete. Besides her obvious talent, Lauren has a tremendous work ethic and dedication she displays at every practice and every meet. Her determination and talent led to 2 first-place finishes in the GMC meet. It is my honor to present the Archie Griffin Award both to Lauren and Andrew. Great job. At this time, I'd like to bring up Dr. Ray, and she is going to introduce the Karen Case Becky White Award. Have a great summer.
Throughout the school year, we talk a lot about character traits. Mr. DeJoy and Mr. Stern at the administration on the video announcements talk about character traits of integrity, honor, kindness, respect, and responsibility through our Students of the Week and Character Awards. We have a very special award that is given each year to 2 8th graders. That award is the Karen Case Becky White Award. Karen and Becky were students who both died during their final years at Sycamore Junior High in the early 70s. Since that time, it has been a tradition to recognize through a nomination by teachers a male and female 8th grader who are the ultimate role models of character traits of integrity, honor, kindness, respect, and responsibility. This is an award that is very difficult for our staff to determine due to all of the many students who demonstrate these qualities and are people of great character. At this time, I would like to announce the 2017 recipients of this prestigious award. The female 8th grade recipient of the Karen Case Becky White Award goes to Gabby Pareda. Goes to Adam Kling. Adam, please. Congratulations, Gabby and Adam. And because behind every great child are great parents, will the parents of Gabby and Adam please stand to be recognized? Marsh, Mr. Smorelli, and Mrs. Lockery. They will be moving to more relaxing endeavors. Would you please come to the stage to be recognized? These amazing staff have given much of their lives, heart, and soul for their Sycamore Junior High students. They have touched many lives and have left their mark on our world. I speak for the staff and student body when I say they will be greatly missed, and we wish you well and the best of luck.